Welcome back to the Library of Accursed Darkness, where me, Dungeon Master Luca Martinelli, will try and teach you all the tips and tricks on how to play online. Now we're starting from the basics, as today I'm going to be doing a video on step-by-step character creation. I will be creating a paladin, and I'm going to be using the custom lineage from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. First step is going to be get you all ready to go by downloading the Adobe Fill and Sign free app that you're going to be using to import the free PDF of the character sheet 5th edition from the Wizards of the Coast website. Once we upload that PDF on Adobe Fill and Sign, we will be able to fill out the character sheet, but instead of having it in paper, we're going to have a digital version, which kind of like matches up with this entire Dungeons & Dragons online experience that I'm trying to provide to you. I'm going to be doing that today, and I also recommend you do the same, as you will also be able to update your character sheet this way and have a more handmade feeling, where instead of doing it through a software, you're actually doing it with your own hands. The first thing I will be doing is choosing the name. As I said in my previous video, I want to make a pun of my actual name, which is Luca Martinelli. So as I said last time, I think the Martinellix sounds amazing, and here it is. And then I would be going forward creating my ability scores and stats. Now to do that, there's two ways, as I said in my previous video. Either you do the roll, which essentially you roll 4 6-faced dices and you count only the 3 highest numbers, or we do the point buy system. I'm going to be doing an example of the roll now, and then I'm going to do the point buy because I have a specific idea of what my character should be, so I'd rather point buy than give it up to chance. But let's say, let's re-roll this one, it fell down. So this is 5, 2, and 2, right? But you're only supposed to count the 3 highest ones. Now, since these 2 are the same, I'm just gonna leave out one of the 2's, and this is 5, 5, and 2. That's a 12. That's pretty decent, and in that case, I would have put on my strength 12. But this is not the case, because we're not doing roll system. Then I would have to do this for every one of my stats. Instead of doing it for all my stats with a roll, we're gonna do point buy. So, we take our shiny click-clock rocks away, and we put them away, as we're actually going to be using point buy. For point buy, there's 27 points that you can spend, and I've decided to spend my 27 points to get essentially 13 in every stat except for wisdom, which I'm making my dump stat with a 10. I have no negatives. Negatives usually happen when you roll because you could be rolling very low numbers, but with point buy, usually you don't have negatives unless you're like looking to have a negative. Which means like something that is below the 10 that then actually gives you a modifier that is negative. And we lost the magic, but it doesn't matter. Going forward now, I'm gonna teach you actually with the races how we're gonna implement bonuses to our ability scores. Okay, we got the magic back. Perfect. Now, with the magic back to support us, we can go forward and actually look at our custom lineage from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. What I mean with custom lineage is essentially I am making my own race. Haha, extreme customization.
Extreme customization.
So it says here that instead of choosing one of the game's races for your character at first level, you can choose the following traits. So creature type, you are humanoid. You determine your appearance and whether you resemble any of your kind. So what I'm going for with this paladin character, I'm going to be using one of the subclasses of the paladins, which is the Order of the Watchers. In one of the campaigns that I'm handling right now, there's a very, very deep lore about the Void and essentially creatures that are the Illiths and also anything that is H.P. Lovecraft related. And for this reason, I think that having a paladin of the Oath of the Watchers would be super interesting because they are essentially the bane of Illiths and any other creature that asks you to do intelligence saving throws. And this is why I actually put those points in intelligence, by the way. Usually that should be a dump stat for a paladin. That said, let's go with the custom lineage. Now, creature type. I think it would probably be something like... I would like it to be a Gith, because I think that the Gith are actually an incredible race that hunts the Illiths all over the world. But maybe I'm just gonna say that my skin looks like the Giths. I'm gonna say that I have pointy ears, I look yellowish. Definitely some sort of like space elf or something like that. And after choosing the space elf, I'm gonna say that my size is it's medium. I'm not small, and my base walking speed is 30. I cannot choose that. One of my ability scores increases, so I can, thanks to the custom lineage, choose one of my ability scores and increase it by 2. I'm gonna decide to increase my charisma, because with my spells I really go. My intelligence. I know it's weird. I'm gonna be increasing my intelligence. From a 13, my intelligence goes to 15, and is now my highest stat. Super weird, but trust me on this. Now, following later, for the feat, I can choose a feat. Let's get a look at that. The only race that was given a feat was the variant human. Variant human being essentially meaning that all the people that wanted to have like some extra special features and abilities, meaning a feat at level 1, they would all choose humans, which is kind of boring. We like to have all like weird and freaky races. With custom lineage, you can essentially choose any race you want, as long as it is humanoid. Doesn't mean human, just like, you know, 2 arms, 2 legs, something like that. And you can essentially have a feat at level 1. For my character, level 1 feat, I am choosing Magic Initiate, and I'm gonna be choosing through the Magic Initiative feat a spell from the Wizard spell casting list, and essentially it's gonna ask me to use Intelligence as my stat for that, and that is why I've made my Intelligence so high. So, for the feat granted to me by the custom lineage of Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, I've decided Magic Initiate, and with the Magic Initiate I was able to choose 1 spell casting list. I chose Wizard, and that's why my Intelligence is so high, because I'm gonna be using these spells at level 1. And I've chosen for my 2 cantrips Dancing Lights and Message. Now, my Paladin, when he levels up, he will become Oath of the Watchers, which means that his speciality is going to be fighting the Illiths and also fighting general creatures from the Void and other obscure regions. Dancing Lights, pretty obvious, you know, the ability to create these light balls or maybe a humanoid light figure could be extremely helpful to perhaps distract these creatures that mainly live in the void, or perhaps also the message, if he's trying to save some just like random NPCs in a cave while they're being chased by Illiths, even making a sound could echo in the caves. He's gonna use message in order to not make even one sound to get detected by those Illiths. Sounds pretty strong to me. And then for my first spell from the Magic Initiate, I have chosen Witch Bolt. Because one thing that this character is going to be doing, he doesn't only save people from the Illiths, he also captures them to gather informations. And he's going to be essentially capturing Illiths, bonding them, getting them stuck in some place where they can't escape or move. And then he's going to be just like casting Witch Bolt on them, holding concentration, not having to use any spell slots. I mean, like, tell me where you're hiding the people! Witch Bolt stucks him, just like, doesn't kill him, but tortures him. So we're still unfolding all the things that we can get from the custom lineage from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, and I'm now looking at the variable traits. So I can choose either between Dark Vision or Proficiency in one other skill. I'm really craving that extra skill proficiency, but I think I'm gonna go with Dark Vision for the same reasons as I was saying before, as this is a character that probably fights in caves against the Illiths or maybe goes into dark regions of space. Dark Vision is pretty essential in my opinion. I'm going for that. So, one only sad thing is that a custom lineage grants me 1 language that is common and another language that I can choose. So, since I'm essentially going to be a creature that fights against creatures of the deep, I'm going to be choosing, I'm not choosing common, I'm granted common, and I'm going to choose Deep Speech as a language. Because while I torture those Illiths, I want to be speaking in their language so they can get me loud and clear. So now we close the chapter on the race, which was the custom lineage from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, and we open the chapter of the class features. So the first class feature that we're gonna actually face is the hit points. The Paladin grants you a 1d10 hit dice, which means that essentially the d10 dice is gonna be the dice that represents your health. Now with the 1d10 at level 1, when you don't have to roll at level 1. At level 1 you consider the highest possible number that you get from that d10, which is 10, and then you add your constitution bonus. Every time that you level up also you will be adding your constitution bonus. My constitution bonus is not that big, it's just a +1, but having a d10 for a hit dice, it means that my health is going to be probably always pretty decent. My level 1 health is going to be 11 for this reason, and let's see actually now what's going to be my other proficiencies. Aha! I am proficient with all armor and shields. Watch me go into the biggest Illithid freaking... I don't know, do they live in hives? In the biggest Illithid hive, which is my strongest plate armor, freaking shield. And on the shield, I'm gonna carve my story of torturing Illiths. I'm also gonna have like a squid head on my other shoulder. And then I also have proficiency with simple and martial weapons, which essentially means almost all of them, if not all of them. I have no tool proficiencies. I guess I don't have some sort of hobby, but it's fine. My hobby is killing Illiths. And then my saving throws proficiencies are in wisdom and charisma. I hoped intelligence was one of those, but it's fine. Now, one of the most important moments, I get to choose my skills. I can choose between Athletics, Insight, Intimidation, Medicine, Persuasion, and Religion. I'm gonna be choosing Athletics and Intimidation. Intimidation is pretty obvious why. Athletics is just because I don't want to be tripping, like if I have to jump over something or climb a mountain. I don't want to look ridiculous. I'm a serious elite hunter, so should be able to do a little athleticism, I believe. Moving forward. Now, let's talk about equipment. I'm granted a martial weapon and a shield, or 2 martial weapons. I'm gonna go with a martial weapon and a shield because I want to have good armor class. For my martial weapon, I'm gonna be choosing a Morning Star because I like the concept of the chain, and I'm probably gonna be using the chain to grapple some mind flayers from behind and sort of like start and choke them. And then another thing that I am granted, either 5 javelins or any simple melee weapon. I think I'm gonna go with a spear, and then for there's either a priest pack or an explorer pack. I'm gonna go with a priest pack, and then a chainmail and a holy symbol. Now, every class also grants you other special powers and abilities that are very specific to that class. The class of Paladin for the level 1 grants you Divine Sense, which very simply put is the ability to have the sensory perception of when evil creatures are around you, or perhaps creatures from other planes of existence like devils, or in my case it's gonna be aberrations. Another nifty ability I get from being a paladin is Lay on Hands, which allows me to heal people for just like normal healing, or even from diseases and poisons. As a background, I'm gonna go with Alkalite because it's gonna allow me to get that skill proficiency that I kind of wanted of Religion and also Insight. Super cool because they're based on Intelligence, and Intelligence is my highest stat. And then not only that, I'm gonna be granted 2 extra languages of my choice, which is exactly what I wanted. And it's gonna be Elvish because I'm an elf. I would look ridiculous if I couldn't speak my own language, even though it has been many centuries. And then I also speak Abyssal to speak with demons. We're being attacked by demons in this very moment. There's like a giant wasp in my studio. I don't know why. Oh my god. No, cut.
Oh, call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Also, I get another holy symbols. I have 2 of them, I guess. A prayer book, and then I also get 5 sticks of incense, vestments, a set of common clothes, and 15 gold pieces. Sounds pretty cool. And that is about all for our character, and tune in for next time where we're gonna be leveling up this paladin, Martin Alix, into an Oath of the Watchers. Thank you for watching, see you next time.